Welcome to Goblin Blood Bowl channel. Work hard, hit hard, play hard. Will you survive Goblin Blood Bowl? Proudly serving Blood Wifer beer in all Goblin stadiums.
Welcome to the second season of the GBBC. My name is Clunk.
I am Rizik.
And this season we are covering both Proving Grounds and the Stomping Fields.
We'll also talk a little bit about Premier.
And let's get straight into the Proving Grounds.
Welcome to the Dungeon Division. Here for the games played, we had the overpowered Piggies getting crushed 1-2 by the Grumsh Gankers. Another game is Nukem High Subhumanoids losing to the Cretaceous Calamity. For the third game, we have the Necromantic team We Are Still Alive. They also lost to the Good, Bad, and the Dead. It looks like all the home teams lost their games. Oh, that's just not good for them. Here we have the Pit Division. First up, the Deadland Cannibals. The home team did lose to the visitors' New Metal Nurgles. Another home team lost, no idea yet. Apparently not very good at figuring out their team name. They lost 1-2 to Vio Gente Muerta. For the third game, the hometown team did win. The Borshtown Brawlers beat up the Grunge 2-1. Yet again, another division is the Sands Division. Here we have the Dark Elf team Inspire losing 0-1 to Not Quite Dead Yet. We have Harem Strikes Back. Ooh, this was a big loss, 0-3 to Cases Phoenixes. And then we have the Necro team Harbingers of Halloween defeating the Typhoid Marionettes 1-0. Here we have the Fields Division. For the first game, we have Bad Feet putting a bad beat on the Nuremberg Nasties 3-1. Dazed and Confused figured out what they were doing and defeated the Spicy Knights 2-1. Then we have the Fright Bite. Oh, golly. Some necromantic team losing to the Undead Comedians 2-1.
For the Bowl Division, Royal Phoenix Guard make a draw match against Hertz Donuts. Oh, now I'm hungry. Anyway, Super Villainous make a draw against the Sewanee Tigers. And 1899 SIAA, I don't know what that means, but I will find out for you sometime soon. The next match, Indiana Goat Friends lose their home match against the Putrid Spleens 0-2. For the Stadium Division, Grave Matter win their home team match 2-0 against the Rottingham Rotters. Nuffle's Most Hated, wow, get 5 touchdowns versus 1 touchdown against them, playing the Busted Nuts. Good job, Nuffle. And the last match, Mordheim Fire Department draw their match against the Talaxland Typhon. For the Arena Division, Rotten Tomatoes win their match 1-0 against Mythforged. The Purple Nurgle Parade 0-2 versus the Surgical Nurses. And Santa Slayers win their match 2-1 against Grim Expectations. For the Dome Division, the Gurgling Nurgle Burgles. I like that name. But they lost. The Dead Poets Society, they draw their match against the Scourge. And the Cleveland Greenskins lose their match against Warpstone Madness. Orcs versus Skaven. Not too many of those teams are on this season. Oh, by the way, the Gurgle Nurgle Burgles, they lost a match against Aquazents. Didn't mean to leave them out, but well. And for the Coliseum League, Touch of Grey. They win their home team match against the Rotwing Extremists. I'm guessing they stink a lot. Cablevision Call Center. They win their match against Half Foot Under. And the last match, metabolically challenged team, they win their match against United Shire of Altdorf.
And for another wonderful division, we have Circus Maximus. Hey, look at me. Defeated the Ninja Nurgles 1-0. The Goatless Warband lost 0-2 to Brains on Fire. Ooh, I don't want to be them. And the Canine Unit tied 0-0 the Green Jihad.
And that's all we have for the Proving Grounds for their first matchups. Let's go ahead and move on to the Stomping Fields.
Here we have the Ambush Division. First game, the Cleveland Crushers, a home team, actually won a game against the Evil Deadites 1-0. No steroids here. Lost to I-1 Iguana 0-2, and RIP suffers their first regular season loss to Reign of Terror 1-2.
What's kind of cool about this division is the casualties. I noticed the Cleveland Crushers, even though, they did win their game. Barely. They have 4 casualties already built up in just their first game. Makes me interested to see how many more people they're going to bash up this season.
The other part is Reign of Terror racked up 122 rushing yards, and RIP followed it up with 76, so that was definitely a game. There was a lot of ball movement.
Notice that, and if you look at the passing yards, it looks like RIP tried to capitalize on it, and it just didn't seem to be all that worth it considering the difference in yardage of the rushing and the passing between the two teams. Alrighty, let's move on.
Here we have the Bushwhack division, where apparently you score 2 touchdowns or none. Far From Pukin lost a late night horror 0-2. The other home team, Blackrock Inquisition, lost their game 0-2 to Dangu Frenzy. The third game saw a 2-2 tie between Segundo Intento and Underworld Nars.
Yeah, what's interesting about this division is 2 things. Well, first off is the casualties. The amount of casualties by the division in general seems to be a little on the high side.
And how many?
A total of 11 on this one.
For me, I think it's the rushing yards. 2 teams broke 100, Dangu Frenzy and Light Night Horror, with Segundo Intento and Underworld Nars at 98. I expect this division to have a lot.
And it's kind of nice to see at least one team, though, at least trying to make a poke at it. I see the Underworld Nars have 2 completions under their belt, although not much for yardage, but at least they're taking a poke at passing the ball.
Oh, Far From Pukin, a dwarf team, also did a decent amount of passing yards, actually more than the Skaven. They just couldn't complete them.
True enough. I think they were stuck in a rut, though, just trying to get back into it.
Overall, a fun division, and I expect more bloodshed. Let's go on to the Clash division. Here, also, the magic number is 2, because every game had 2 touchdowns. Saw Ragnar's Nimrats tie Blood Bowl Chill 1-1. Bunch of Tools did win their game 2-0. And the third game, Philosopher Kings tied 1-1 Lords of Salt.
Yeah, what strikes me good on this one is, again, the amount of casualties, which totaled up to be 11, with Bunch of Tools making up damn near half of that, with 5 casualties on their own.
The other part I found interesting was the number of passing yards. For me, it shows that 4 teams were making passing attempts, and it looks like they'll keep doing it.
Be interesting to see how much more that jumps up throughout the season.
Definitely keep an eye on it.
And let's move on to the next division.
This is the Conflict division. Here we have Forsaken Sins losing 1-2 to Crazy Claws. White Cycle Angels defeated the Skaven 2-1, and Spikeberg Steelers defeated Lions of Grace 2-1 as well.
What struck me funny about this division was the amount of completions. And we have a total of 7 completions in this first round of matchups, and the yards reflect that. So it's kind of a little bit more of an exciting division in regards to touchdowns scored and stuff like that, because the ball seems like it's continuously moving.
The other part is, every team had a casualty. It looks like they were willing to grudge it out and hurt the other team.
Yeah, seems like a lot is happening in this division. This is a division definitely to watch in the future.
Looking forward to it. For the Flank division, we have School of Crocs scoring 0 against North Remembers, who scored 1. North Remembers wins. Assassins of Youth crushes Nem's Secret 3-0, and Orc Range Crush take out the Dwarven team Misty Mountain Cold Brew 2-1.
Assassins of Youth seem like they're getting onto the ball game. They got 3 completions, but knowing the Dark Elf team, I bet it has something to do with with their dump-off ability, which leads to their
rushing yards. They're leading the league right now with 130 rushing yards, and they are an incredible team right now.
Be interesting to see if they can take this division over in the next few games.
Get the feeling there's going to be some people that'll fight them hard, though.
True enough. Moving on.
Here we have the Skirmish division. We have the Green Machine tying Wait, This Isn't Rugby 1-1. The Stop Poking Me losing to Crimson Dragoons 1-2, and Living defeating Necromagic 2-1.
In this division, it doesn't seem like a whole lot is going on. It seems like a lot of teams are leveled out in a lot of the statistical areas here. Yeah, so, but yet every team did score a touchdown. I do think that this division here is one of those scoring type divisions.
Also taking a look, Crimson Dragoons is leading the league in completions with 4.
Crimson Dragoons are leading the division, or this division, with passing yardage too, so it kind of self-reflects.
I'm going to keep an eye on this one.
As will I. Let's see where this division goes.
And now on to the Toe Jam division. Ooh, I'm not sure about that one. So we have the Swarb Savages tying 1-1, What Do You Know? Then we have Los Chicos del Golden tying Cars Harem XI, and that's despite getting 5 casualties against the Skaven. Then we have Pretty and Pink Pansies losing 0-2 to the Jurassic Dorks.
I do have to say that I'm very impressed by the Cars Harem. Their motivation in this game, you can definitely tell they wanted a win out of it. They put up a stern resistance even though they received 5 casualties coming from Los Chicos del Golden. So both teams playing well, one being more stubborn than the other.
The other part is, I noticed 4 of the 6 teams got a completion, so they are willing to throw that ball around a little bit.
Always good to see. And I think that will tie up our coverage for these Stomping Field games. Now let's go ahead and move on to the game of the week.
For the week, we have White Psycho Angels taking on Topa de Capena. White Psycho Angels is a Dark Elf team who finished in the playoffs last season. Topa de Capena is a new Skaven team to the Stomping Fields. Looks like the Skaven will be kicking off. It's raining cats and dogs. It looks like it's going to be a muddy field today. Oh, the Skaven have they're finished setting up, and now we're going to the White Psycho Angels. I expect this to be a high-scoring game between the Dark Elves and the Skaven. Looks like Mohawk is setting up deep, getting ready to receive the ball. Oh, the White Psycho Angels have 2 runners. They have Halfway Chucker back there as well. And here goes the kick. It's a pitch invasion. The fans have taken the field and are doing some damage. I'm not sure how many they've taken out yet. Let's take a look here. Oh, that was a bad hit there. Oh, it looks like 1 Dark Elf went down and 4 Skaven players were hit by the crowd. Dark Elves definitely are a mean crew and ready to hurt their opposition. Now we have the Dark Elves running forward. Looks like they want to take out that thrower. What are they doing? They're leaving the ball open right now. I'm not quite sure why they're doing that. Looks like they're just running around. Oh, Halfway Chucker runs up to the half-field line, then runs backwards. Oh, it looks like he was protecting Mohawk, who did grab the ball. And now we have that Witch Elf running down the field and taking that to the thrower. Takes the thrower down, and that's it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, now it looks like the Skaven are angry and ready to go after the Dark Elves. Looks like he's trying to position himself to put up some kind of defense against this team. Zippin takes Morgana. Ooh, look at that. Hits Morgana hard and takes her out of the game. She is badly hurt. That's a good start for the Skaven. Let's see what happens now. Oh, getting away from the Dark Elves. Yeah, the Skaven are definitely trying to get away from the Dark Elves. And end.
And just keep flowing. Just say end, that's it. Just say end and keep going.
Oh, okay, don't stop the video?
Right.
Okay, well then I'll start going again. Start. Well, it looks like the Dark Elves are making a dash up the field. And that was Masked Clasp, who went after a Skaven and knocked that Skaven gutter runner out of the game. He goes deep into the field, and now they're trying to cage up and protect Mohawk. I'm not quite sure why he did that, but he didn't move Mohawk before trying to block. Why would you not protect your ball carrier? That's important. Oh, that's why. He went deep. Uh-oh. Looks like he's trying to score quick and take the lead early. I guess I really shouldn't commentate on something when I don't see exactly what they're doing. Well, I think the Skaven are now about to try and stop him. Oh no, he's not going after, he's going after a blitzer. Zipping again, going after the blitzers. Apparently he really hates Dark Elves and is wanting to hurt them. Little dodgy suckers running around all over the field. Uh-oh, the Skaven are manning up the Dark Elves. Looks like we're going to put a stop to it right now. And end. Looks like you're now trying to open a gap for the Dark Elves. Well, they tried to go after Lesite Ring, they just pushed him around. Oh, here's the big hit. Oh, Ernie went after Zeppin to try and take him out, and Zeppin just sidestepped him into a better defensive position. The Mass Class is pushing somebody around. Oh, there you go. Mass Vengeance was the one who took to take somebody down. And they're back to pushing the rats around. Well, it looked like Headwound was able to wrestle down his opponent, but in doing so, it left a gap that the Skaven could actually go after the ball carrier. Let's see if he does. Oh, he's up next to the ball carrier. Mohawk is standing there. Here it comes. Mohawk tries to throw the ball down and doesn't. He hits Mohawk. Ooh, Mohawk is injured. He's only badly hurt though, so we'll see him next game. Now let's see what he can do. He does it right. The Skaven can grab that ball and run down the field. There he goes. It's a little gutter runner. He picks the ball up in the ring. Oh, it's Zippin. What a nice play. Problem is, Zippin is by himself, and the Dark Elves are ready to go after him. See, I might have thrown the ball down the field just to make sure that, you're the only one who can get it. Because that 9 movement that gutter runners have, they're tough. So the lineman half range goes after... Oh, I'm sorry, it was Zum Zum who had the ball. He goes after Zum Zum and takes him down. Now the ball's on the ground and the Dark Elves are trying to figure out how to get the ball. There's still some Skaven around there. Ooh, the guy next to the ball, they keep on pushing him around, but that Skaven player's standing right there, ready to grab that ball. So in response, the Dark Elves decide they're just going to put a whole bunch of players around that ball. And alright, let's see what those Skaven players do. Uh-oh. For a second there, it looked like the Skaven player was going to go down on his block. He manages to push the Dark Elf away. What's he doing? What's he doing? Let's take a look here. Oh, this is exciting. Looks like he's going to push a lineman onto the ball. Oh! Instead of pushing the lineman onto the ball, he ran into a fist, and the Skaven lineman goes out of the game with a KO. It's starting to look better for the Dark Elves. Let's see what happens now. They just need to do a little bit of pushing, and they're set. And they continue pushing. They finally knock down somebody. Oh, it leaves the ball open. He has a chance to grab the ball. He's leaving the ball on the ground. I guess these Dark Elves are just vicious beasts that want to beat up the Skaven. Let's see what the Skaven do. Can they get the ball away from that big pile of Dark Elves surrounding it? They're maneuvering hard. Oh, they blitz and take down Masked Harpy. The ball the ball bounces too. a Dark Elf lineman who catches it in the ring. Wanting to cover him, Zum Zum tries to go between two Dark Elves and gets tripped up. Looking good for the Dark Elves again. Let's see how he takes advantage of holding onto the ball. Furminator 2 gets stunned. That was a good hit. Oh, that was a tricky play. Looks like he's caged up well now. He got that ball. He got a pretty solid spot. I don't see the Skaven getting the ball now. Skaven are pretty tricky, though. Halfway Chucker tried to dodge away, and he got tripped up as well. He's on the ground. I don't know if the Skaven are going to be kicking him on the ground or not. Uh-oh. Looked like they tried to go a little too far, and the Skaven guy, went kaboom on the ground. And with that, they take down Zippin. Zippin is stunned, and there's an open road to the end zone. Looks like he's maneuvering just to make sure that ball carrier's safe. Makes me wonder if he's going to be tricky and try and hand off, taking a look at this position. No, I don't think he is. I think he's just being really, really careful. Why he could throw that block, though, before he ran the ball carrier, I don't know. That just... You don't move every player away from your ball carrier and then throw a block. Oh, he does. He attempts to throw a pass. And it's not caught. The ball is now loose in the end zone. But with the way he's positioned it, I don't see the Skaven getting in there. Thing is, it's raining and he misses that pickup. Half is over and he doesn't score. And he is in a commanding position right now. Uh-oh. And now you see the Skaven team run a gutter runner into scoring position. If he gets a chance, Zum Zum's going to swoop down on it, get that ball, and score a touchdown. It's going to be all up to the Dark Elves to pick up that ball in the rain. Looks like the Dark Elves are out for blood, and instead of picking up the ball, they're trying to hurt somebody, and they do. They injure a line rat, and he's out of the game. Way to go there, Mass Baller. Now they're going after a kaboom. Ooh, that was a risky block. He didn't knock him down. He was next to the people who could go after the ball. Oh, he does pick it up and he scores a touchdown. Way to go, Mass Class. Oh, I don't know about that name. Kind of rhymes. And that's touchdown. So now we just have the last little bit. Let's see if they go for a one-turn touchdown or if they're more interested in hurting Dark Elves. I think I'd hurt the Dark Elves. They're just mean, vile people. I mean, people say Chaos is mean, but Dark Elves are just evil. Then again, they're playing the Skaven, and they ain't known for being nice either. Well, the defense is set, and now the Skaven are doing their thing. They're popping all over that field. Oh, the fans are angry again and charge the field. I can't believe that. That's 2 kickoffs now, and 2 times the fans have invaded the field. I think this will pretty much shut down any chance for a one-turn touchdown. And it does. Oh, wow. So I guess it's now going to be time for blood. Nope. Instead, the line rat runs into the fist of a blitzer and goes to the ground. Halftime. So we have the White Cycle Angels up 1-0 over the Skaven team. It's White Cycle's Angels' time to set up on defense to start the half. He's set. Now the Skaven are setting up. I don't know what kind of offense they're going to use. Are they going to use a strong side or just go straight up that middle? He pushes his way through the middle. He can easily get 4 or 5 players deep. Alright, now let's see what that rain does. The ball is kicked. And Topa de Campana has some smart coaches there. It looks like they're doing good. Oh, the ball goes out of bounds. Bad kick by the Dark Elves. They tried to be a little too cute with that ball and put it in the end zone. They give it to the thrower deep in the backfield. While Verminator 2 tries to take down a lineman, unfortunately they both wrestled to the ground. So it looks like they now can open up that field. Zippin takes down the Dark Elf Blitzer, masked clasp, runs down the field. Zum Zum joins him running down the field. Oh, he's definitely trying to man him up. Kaboom goes into contact, taking up 2 Dark Elves. Here we go. Now it's the Dark Elves' turn to go on, see what they can do on defense. They start out strong, taking out Kaboom. He only knocked him down, though. But that ball carrier is deep in the backfield. Yeah, they're getting in front of everybody that might have a chance at scoring. And now let's see what they do with... Oh, they don't go after Zippin. Instead, they go after the Zum Zum. I guess they're more worried about Zum Zum. Ah, there we go. They now move into contact with Zippin. Turn. Wow, these Skaven look angry. They've already taken down 2 of the Dark Elves. Let's see what they can do. Can they keep hurting them? Now they send one of their throwers deep down the field. Well, Zippin has come back to lay a hit on a blitzer. Zippin talks him down. He just knocks down that blitzer. Now he's up, ready to score again. And there goes Zum Zum, dodging away. Oh, the thrower moved up 1 square. He's definitely a threat now. Well, they decide they don't want that thrower deep. So Mass Vengeance blitzes him down and knocks him out of the game. Now they're trying to cover those gutter runners and make sure those guys can't score. Uh-oh. Now he's trying to send somebody a little bit deep to put a little bit of pressure on the ball carrier. Let's see. Go, Clyde, go. And there goes a gutter runner. He's knocked out of the game. They're slowly wearing down this Skaven team. They're down 2 players, and you know, I know they're Skaven. I know they got some amazing players, but they're going to have to start doing something kind of quick. So they take down Clyde, make sure he can't stop that, go after that ball carrier. But when's he going to move forward? Zum Zum does a good job and stuns the masked clasp. Oh, and Zippin takes away halfway chucker. But I think he'll be up next turn. Wow. So Ratatro ran up, and then he ran right back to where he was originally. Looks like they're playing a slow, steady offense. Thing is, while they're trying to do that, the Dark Elves are just going after these Skaven players. Oh, there goes Mass Vengeance, who knocks out Zum Zum. And now Mass Baller stuns a Line Rat. Oh, now he's running down the field. Looks like he's going to send a couple of people deep and go after that ball carrier. This is good play by the Dark Elves. They're getting them all on one side of the pitch. I think he's going to have to do something desperate now if he wants to score. And turn. 12. Oh, he throws the ball in the rain and to a Line Rat. Oh, the Line Rat catches the ball, but what does he do? Oh, he's blitzing. Oh. He tried to blitz down Masked Harpy and instead ran into a fist and injured himself on that fist. Ball's on the ground. It looks like the Dark Elves are really going to take control of this game. Well, there goes Clyde beating up on a Line Rat. He's the deepest Dark Elf down the field. Oh, they're covering the thrower now. Storm Vermin gets pushed away from the ball. Where's he going? Mass Baller goes after a Line Rat, stuns him. Oh, this is looking great for the Dark Elves. That's it, he picks up the ball. Halfway Chucker has the ball now. It's a little bit more exposed, and oh, there he goes. He's covering that ball carrier well now. Yeah, he can't get in there. Not without making some great dodge rolls. And turn. Now it's the Skaven's turn. Let's see. They push around one of the guys. Looks like he's going after that wonderful Strength 4 Blitzer, Mass Baller. And now he's sitting next to the ball. Couldn't do much else. And now we go back to the Dark Elves. Dark Elves are being careful. Want to deal with Zippin. Make sure he doesn't stay next to the ball carrier. Or they push him away. Oh, now they push away the Storm Vermin. The ball carrier's free. Now does he run down the field? Yes, he does. Look at him run. Oh, good job. There he goes. He has two Skaven covered. Oh, that ball carrier's covered. I don't think he can get to him now. Oh, no. Let's see now. Taking a look, there's 4 Skaven on the sidelines that are knocked out and 2 that are injured. For the Dark Elves, we have 2 injured, and they were done early on. Yeah, it looks like the Dark Elves are just taking control of this game. Turn. And now, Skaven are starting to get desperate, trying to get that ball back. Oh. Zippin is trying. He's moved next to the ball carrier. He'll try and annoy that ball carrier, and since he has sidestep, he might have a good shot at it. Unfortunately, the Skaven are down to 7 players, so they're going to have a hard time stopping them. So they push the throw away. Oh, they push, and they only get a push on Zippin. He's still next to that ball carrier. Oh, Mass Baller goes after him. Takes him down, but Zippin is still out on that field. With the way open, that ball carrier, halfway Chucker, runs down the field. Oh, but Zippin is right there. That's it. Masked Harpy runs down the field, and he's blocked off any attempt to try and go for that ball. Now, Dark Elves, being mean individuals, start hitting on the Line Rats again. Turn. So now the Skaven are retreating to their side of the pitch to try and do something. Oh! Zippin tries to do a heroic blitz, only unfortunately to get tripped up and knocked out of the game. At this point, I don't see anything the Skaven can do to stop this touchdown. But true to their nature, the Dark Elves are not going to give up on hitting the Skaven. They're positioning themselves to make sure they can beat them up as much as they can. Mass Collapse takes down his guy. Half Brain takes down the Storm Vermin. And the thrower scores. Halfway Chucker scores a touchdown. The White Psycho Angels are up 2-0 now. Yeah, even with the miracle plays, I just don't see the Skaven doing anything to stop this. So this is a good game for the Dark Elves. White Psycho Angels will win with 2 touchdowns. So now let's see what the Dark Skaven do. Well, the Dark Elves are sitting back up, and it looks like they're doing a small tight box to try and preserve their players. Oh, it looks like the Skaven are still going to try and score, though. Good luck to them. I'd like to see them do it. Oh, it has stopped raining. It's a nice day outside right now. It's amazing the weather changes you can get in Blood Bowl. Oh, and it's another touchback. Those Dark Elf kicker likes to kick that ball deep. So they send it in to the Skaven, who's going to try and score. They get the push they need it. Now let's see what happens. Oh, they get another push. They get another push. And there he goes, breaking down that field. He does it. He scores. Nice touchdown for Rikiti. Game is going to end 2-1. The bad part for the Skaven, though, I think the Dark Elves, with that extra turn they're about to get, want vengeance on giving up that touchdown. Ooh. Skaven are setting up and hoping for some miracle play. I don't think they're going to get it, though. Now, look at those Dark Elves. They're getting ready to hurt some Skaven. The ball is kicked, and the White Psycho Angels, their coaches now appear to be the bright ones. Let's see where that ball lands. It's still up in the air, and it's coming down, and it's pretty deep, but I think the Angels can get the ball. They won't be able to score, but they'll at least be able to throw a pass. Oh! Ted Wound goes after a line rat and kills him dead. There goes Listite. He will not be taking any more games of Blood Bowl. Looks like the Dark Elves are trying to throw a pass. And it's incomplete. The game ends. So the game ends on a death and an incomplete pass. White Psycho Angels win 2-1. Well, that was an interesting match between White Psycho Angels and Tope de Campana. Very, very fun to watch. I definitely enjoyed watching it. I'm thinking that we definitely want to revisit those teams at a later date.
Yeah, what made it all the more interesting is the capitalization of mistakes from the White Cycle Angels. Although the Skaven team, I cannot say their name, the Skaven team, they weren't able to capitalize as well as the White Cycle Angels. For example, the Skaven went in, they did a mono block against that Dark Elf, and they failed it. And when they failed it, they lost pretty much all hopes of getting an offensive drive going, and that allowed the White Cycle Angels to secure a victory, giving them the touchdown 2-0 before that one-turn touchdown from the Skaven.
Yes. Now, I will say this, a little bit difference, and he could have easily won that on defense. Overall, a very good game by both coaches. And now let's talk about Premier. Premier is the big boy division of Goblin. They do a lot of things that are actually outside the game. They have a draft for your position going into Premiere. Then they have death marks. Death marks can be used to buy out-of-game things like a game reset and several other things. We'll cover that in the future. There's also several ways to get death marks. One of them is bounties. You can put a bounty on a player, and if somebody kills them or makes them retire, you collect the death marks for that player. They also do Survivor League and... Oh, what's the other league?
Well, let's just stop right there until you think of it. But what will you cover next week in regards to Premiere? And give us a little insight, like these death marks that you mentioned up. And what are the stipulations about throwing a bounty out, and what is all that kind of stuff? So that would be my question, but I think we better head into the next episode, if that's okay with you.
Well, the other one is betting cages, and yeah, we'll talk about death marks, how they work, and what they can be used for.
Okay, my biggest concern is those people that are moving up from Stomping Fields and thinking about moving into Premiere. So I think that would be the biggest questions right there. So how can you accrue death marks before you move into the Stomping Fields? So that is a discussion I think we'd best cover, start covering up on the next episode, and we'll work it on from there.
Okay, I'll make sure I get it all listed out so people can understand what we're doing. And yes, you can accumulate death marks in the Stomping Fields, and we'll cover that next episode.
That sounds great to me. Now, was there anything that we possibly could have missed for this episode?
No, we will have deaths back in, so everybody can see how many deaths are happening.
And with that, I think we're going to head out of this show. My name is Clunk.
And I am Rizik.
Signing off.